I pull into their driveway. I roll the seat back mummy style and I'm laying down like this, praying to God he don't find me.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video is the part 2 video I posted earlier on today of the sister who was giving a story time about a crazy ass saga. Guys, if you haven't watched the part 1, go watch the part 1 so you get full context of what this story time is. So just go check out the part 1 so you understand this video. But this story time is really heated and juicy. You don't want to miss it. Okay, so now we're just going to get the continued part of her story and how everything ended with this crazy ass. Guys, I don't know how some of us date crazy people, but we do, women. But hey, let's go check out this video and then we'll come back and talk.
I can't lie, y'all. Talking about this starting to make my ass itch, okay? I had a dream 2 nights ago that this man showed up at my door. This though, right here.
What?
So because of that, I'm gonna wrap this shit real quick. Hold on to your shorts, okay? So, high-speed chase happened in September. Now we in November, it's Thanksgiving time. I didn't go home, my best friend didn't go home either because we were both broke. So now we at IHOP spending Thanksgiving eating pumpkin pancakes. I'm in that in a ball. Phone start ringing off the hook. I don't answer. Different numbers, everything. You know who it is. I know who it is too. Then I get a text message. Text message says, hey, I know you don't want to talk to me, but I just found out my mama's in the hospital. They say she's not gonna make it through the night. I'm so scared. I look at it and I say, my best friend read it, she said, but because she and I both know how much I love his mama. That like a gut punch in my chest. I was so sad. So she goes, go ahead, find out what's going on. I text him back and I say, what's happening? He says, I don't know. They said it's a stroke. All I know is I don't have enough time to hop on a flight to go see her before she heads up yonder. That's how bad it is. I'm so sad right now. I just need to be around somebody that I love and care about. Please, please, can you come see me? I say, hey, I will get down on my knees in this IHOP right now, throw my hands up to the sky and call on the blood of Jesus for your mama. But I will not be coming to see you. He says, what the f not? And I say, because I am afraid. What, do you not remember what happened last time I saw you? So he does not take it well. And he says, you ain't never cared about me. You just proved yourself. You don't give a f mama dying. Whole nine, right? I hang up the phone. I feel terrible. My best friend says, Mindy, I know that was hard, but you made the right choice. I still feel like get home. I decide I need to check on his mama. I'll call his sister. His sister hated me. It's not her fault though, because she ain't know her brother was cuckoo banana. She had no idea. So I call her. She says, what do you want? I say, relax, sister. I just want to check on your mama because I heard she wasn't doing too well. So then she says, what are you talking about? My mama's sitting next to me right now. She's watching her story. She's fine. So I say, my apologies. Hang up the phone. Now I am fully convinced this man trying to take me off the map, y'all. He trying to take me off the map. Ain't no way. There's no other explanation. Why are you doing that much to see little old me? Just for a conversation? When was you going to tell me that your mama not dying? You know? So now I'm taking a little extra precaution. You know, at this point, I had started what I called my just in case box under my bed. You pull it out. It's literally copies of all of our conversations, every email, text message, anything he had ever sent me, all the crazy. I literally had like started documenting every single time my tires got popped, all that stuff. I even went and got copies of every single police report that I ever filed, because I went and filed a police report after the high-speed chase. And of course, they were like, well, I think they spoke to him, but he denied it and they had no proof. No footage and all like that. I don't know. They didn't do much to help me out. So I decided to help myself. So now let's fast forward to January. Between July and January, wild shit kept on happening. Like I told y'all before, he figured out where I lived. I had moved again. In January, I was in a studio. Figured out where I lived. I changed my number. Figured that out too. Got a new email. Got I'm talking, I had deleted my Instagram, got a whole new one. Okay? Found that too. Didn't know how he was doing it. I was utterly confused. So now it's January. I'm at a point where I'm just, he not gonna stop me from living my life. I need to live my life for me. I'm young, I'm single, sexy, and free. Why am I acting like I'm afraid for my life every time I leave the house? Like, you're not about to take that from me. I was very upset. So then I decide I'm just gonna start living. I start going out and partying with my best friend. I get back on the dating apps. Okay. So now, during that span of time from July to January, weird shit happening on my phone all the time. I'm talking about, I would get a dating app. I'd be on there for like 12 hours, maybe less than that. Like it was definitely within a day. I would get on it, open it would crash, look for it again. Either the app would be gone completely, or when I opened it back up again, it would say create an account like I never had one. It would happen mid-conversation with people. I'd be swiping, crash. Okay? My SoundCloud that I had been building up since I was in high school, he knew that that was my pride and joy. I was collecting music since I was 15. Deleted it, gone. Woke up one day, my whole SoundCloud account gone. He ate with that one. He sure did, because that hit me in my chest. So, you know, all this weird shit happening, and I'm just ignoring it because you're not gonna stop this pimping. So one day I'm on the app, I match with this fine man. Oh my God, beautiful. Okay. I'm so excited. I screenshot, I sent it to my best friend, like, yo, look at this man. She's like, yeah. I start messaging with him back and forth, maybe 4 exchanges in, crash, gone. I'm sad. I tell her about it. She's like, that sucks. Get a new phone. I'm like, baby, I just got a new phone. It's not the phones. So then I'm at work the next day. I get an IG request. It's from the dude. Let's say his name is Tril. From the dude from yesterday, the fine one. I get a message request, or I get a request because all my accounts are private. I accept it. He sends me a DM and he's like, yo, I know you probably think I'm a catfish, which I did, because he only had 3 pictures up. They were all uploaded that same day. And he had 1 follower, or he was following 1 person. That was me. So I'm like, this is giving catfish, yes. He's like, I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I thought you were so beautiful. I created this IG just so I could talk to you. I had been off IG for like a year, but I came back just for you. Now, I know y'all are thinking, Minnie, why would you believe that? I don't know if it's my ego, but like, look at the material, baby. I would do that much for me. You know, it makes sense. So we're talking. And then he says, I want to take you out. I want to take you to this spot. He mentions my favorite restaurant in all of LA. And this is not a big restaurant where everybody knows about it. No. Most people don't know about this restaurant, but it's my favorite. Only 2 people know that I love this restaurant, my best friend and my ex. And that started, the flags were waving. I was like, oh no, this is not it. So then I tell him, you know what? Thank you for the invite. But honestly, I don't like linking up with people that I don't know like that. So maybe we should talk on the phone for a few days, maybe a couple weeks or whatever, and then we can link. He didn't like that. He then proceeds to say, well, I've been listening to your podcast, and based off of what I've heard, you out here, so I'm trying to take you out and give you a meal first. Is that not good enough? I am flabbergasted. I say, whoa, what are you even talking about? And he's like, he sends me a paragraph. Y'all, I literally just found a screenshot of this. That man ate me okay, he read me for filth. All right? I couldn't even respond. I was gagged. I hit block. That's it. I couldn't even say nothing back. Block. So then it's the next day, and we're recording the podcast. We're recording it live. All right? To anybody who used to listen to the podcast a few years ago who remembers this episode, please comment so that people know I'm not lying. So I'm on the podcast. We're recording. I get an email. The email, the person that sent it, the sender, was trailfriendbree@gmail.com. That's the email address. So immediately I have to open it. I open it up and all it says is, hey, my name Bree. I know you don't know me, but I'm a girl's girl. And I used to date Tril, and we work together still. I walked by his desk and he had all your information up, and I just want to let you know you should be very afraid. He is a psychopath. Please be careful. So I'm like, what are you talking about, sis? Please elaborate. I don't believe you. I need proof. She goes, is this proof enough? I have an autoimmune disorder. She listed all of my medications, my full then says your car registration was up as well. Puts my mama whole government name, accents and everything. Okay, I'm shook, but in that same moment, I know it is this mouth dummy again, because my car was registered under my daddy name. And y'all already know, I don't even like telling people my name. Only 2 or 3 people in this world know my mama's full name. This was one of them. So I'm like, oh, wow, this is a new low. Now I'm activated. Now I want vengeance, okay? The next day, I spent 24 hours getting on the apps and just swiping till I find Tril. And I found it. And when I did, I went and so this is the last part, and probably the most traumatic and unbelievable, okay? I still don't believe that this was actually my life. So here we go. Tril sends me a Facebook request. I immediately send him a message. I tell him, yo, somebody is catfishing me using your pictures and your name. I just need proof that it's really not you, because I think I know who it is and they've been playing on my phone. I try to keep it real light because I don't need him knowing that he's walking into a CSI episode, okay? So he's like, what? I sent him all the screenshots. He is disturbed, as he should be. He's like, I swear to God, not me. This is my actual Instagram. This is my actual email address. Just sends me all the proof that I need. Sends me a little blurb even saying that was not me. Stating it, everything. Signed, sealed, delivered. I go, I print all that out, okay? Now before that, actually, at the end of our conversation, he was like, since we here, I do think you find it. So we ended up dating for a year after that. That man was blowing my back out for 4 seasons. I never knew how much pleasure I could get from just the idea that this man set me up with my next nigga. I know that fact sent him. Sent my ex. I know it did. I know it did, because I know he saw it happening in real time. And he did that. So I printed everything out. I brought my just in case box and everything, went to the police department. They knew me by now, by name. They knew me. They also thought I was crazy. There was one officer in particular. He thought I had a tinfoil hat on. I know he did. One time he asked me what medications I was on. And you know, I'll give him some credit. I know I sounded cuckoo bananas. I know. But believe black women. Protect black women. That's all I'm asking y'all to do. So I go there, I lay everything out. The cop is like, one moment. Brings in a detective from the cyber division. He's like, tell me again what's happening. I lay everything out again. He says, I believe you. Who? What? Finally. Then he says, what I'm confused about is you said that this man isn't really like a techie. So how would he be navigating this type of high level? Like, has he ever mentioned anything about spyware, hacking, anything like that? Y'all, I'm so mad at myself for not remembering this soon enough. I got the memory of a goldfish, clearly. So years earlier, like 3 years earlier, maybe 4, when we were still happy and life was good and he was gainfully employed, this man was having trouble with a higher up. He thought that this dude was stealing money from him, contracts, just doing all kinds of shady. And he had been complaining to me about this man for months. One day we lay in bed and he tells me his best friend, who was a nerd, okay? I'm talking like dark web type nerd, all right? Built his own computer type nerd. He's like, yeah, bruh hooked me up with this program or whatever, and I watched dude see me email him and call him and text him multiple times, and he ignored me, but then he gonna text somebody else telling them, oh, so-and-so on my line again asking about money, ha ha. So I said, hold on. How would you see that? What? So he's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, what do you mean don't worry about it? Are you hacking people? Like, what is that? He's like, no, it's not even that deep. Like, don't worry about it. I should have worried about it. But again, I was 20. My frontal lobe was not fully formed, y'all. Thank you. So I tell the cop this. The cop says, what year was this? I tell him, and he says, ma'am, have you heard about something called WikiLeaks? What? So he explains to me that this sounds like this program that was released with WikiLeaks. So he says, I'm going to take this from here. What I need you to do is go get a restraining order. So I do that. I filed to get a restraining order. They subpoena him to go to court. We go to court. It's a day. Now, I've never seen no shit like this in my life outside of the free before 11 line at the club, okay? The courthouse was jam-packed. I'm talking, it was probably 70 and it was probably 4 rows of benches. It wasn't even that big. People were lined up around the door, okay? Lined up against the wall. There were so many people they had to wait outside. And people would open the door and call the number out if they weren't inside. These were all restraining order hearings. Every single one of them. One judge. Knocking them out. Back to back. Like a assembly line. So I sit through a few cases. I am shook, perturbed, scared. I'm watching this judge deny restraining orders to women with black eyes. So it's my turn. I get up there. I tell my case. I have all my evidence, everything. I'm even talking about some shit I haven't told y'all about, like real stuff. This man interrupts me like twice. Just won't let me get my words out. Finally, it's his turn to speak. What does he tell the judge? Judge, I've never been in love before in my life. I made the mistake of falling in love with somebody who I thought was for me but wasn't for me. It was a whole 10-minute sob story about how I am a crazy bitch and I used him and abused him and did all kinds of things, and that emotional warfare is a real thing. I show the judge all the evidence that I have, all the printouts, everything. The judge, I'm literally in tears, y'all. The judge, after looking through everything, looks at me and he goes, you seem like a very nice young woman. I am so sorry that you had to go through this. Young love can be very tumultuous. He looks at my ex and he says, you seem like a very nice young man. Please, she has told you multiple times to leave her alone. Just leave her alone. Just leave her alone. I know that it's hard to get over heartbreak, but you will find love again. My ex says, Judge, you got it, boss. You're right. I'll leave her alone. I swear to God. Put it on my mama. The judge then looks at the both of us and says, since I have no evidence here that shows you explicitly threatening her life, I will not be granting said restraining order. Yeah. I cannot remember another time in my life where I felt that level of disappointment. I pack all my things into the box. I'm trying not to start like dry heaving in the courtroom. Put the lid on, put it under my arm. I start gunning it out that bitch. Speed walking. Pull my phone out. I'll call my childhood best friend. She answers. I immediately say, call my mama, put on 3-way now. I get to the front of the courthouse. I'm telling y'all, I was out that. I get to the front of the courthouse. I'm on the phone. My mama get on the line. She's like, what's happening? I'm crying, can't even get the words out. All of a sudden, all I hear behind me is, aha, aha. You thought you was gonna do something today. I'm not gonna lie. He ate me. He sure did in that moment. He sure did. This man is gloating in front of this courthouse. Gloating. I get into a cab. Y'all, I rode a yellow cab. I didn't want to wait for an Uber. I got in a yellow cab that was just parked in front of the courthouse. That's how bad I wanted to get away. I definitely did not win that day, and that's okay. The cops, I check in with them periodically. Apparently, they called him, questioned him, requested his presence at, at the precinct or whatever. And I guess he figured out what was going on, got rid of his computer. They subpoenaed him, I think. There was no evidence. Charges dropped. I forgot to mention, I know y'all gonna ask a million times. He figured out where I lived, what my new number was, where I would be at, all these things, because he would literally be on my phone, checking it out. I told y'all I only told my mom and my two best friends any of my information. He would just look and see when I would text them and be like, oh, this is my new address. This is my new job, whatever the case may be, right? And then with the dating app situation and how things were just crashing, he would literally just be deleting it on his end off of his computer, deleting the app while I'm on it. Okay?
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this story down in the comment section. If this is the first part of the story you're watching, go check out the part 1 so you get full context of everything in the story. But this is just really crazy, and I've watched a lot of this crazy story time and seen how a lot of women struggle and find out that a relationship that was once beautiful became so toxic. It's just crazy. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way, okay? So please go ahead and share your thoughts. So here's my own thought on this, is that it's really crazy that, like I was saying, that a lot of women can tell horror story about their relationship that was once beautiful and all that. But one thing that you guys know we always talk here is that when you are in a relationship and there's any form of red flag, just run. Because I feel like when you let the red flag linger on for so long, it just becomes this old drama, toxic and everything. And a whole lot of men cannot stand when something good leaves them, like especially when you're a good woman that holds them down. When you're leaving and they find out that you're leaving and you're going to have a better life without them, I feel like most men can really stomach that, and that may really rub them off the wrong way. But anyway, I'm happy this sister is able to tell her story and she's safe, nothing bad happened to her. But I find this story very, very interesting and so intriguing. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this story down in the comment section. So go ahead and share your thoughts. Don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and happy Thanksgiving, happy holiday, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces. Stay safe out there.